No different. We've got lots of snow that's still coming down. We have a 13 weather impact alert that is in effect throughout the rest of today, extending into tonight. That is going to be because of system snow that we've still been seeing, lake enhanced snow at this point, transitioning over to lake effect this afternoon. You'll need to make sure you're planning for some extra travel time. Roads are looking pretty dicey out there. We'll get another look from meteorologist Colton Woods out in the Weather Chaser a little bit later on to give you a live look at that. 13 weather ball is blinking bright. We still have some more snow in sight. It is also red as warmer weather is ahead. This view is sponsored by LaFontaine Ford of Grand Rapids. Here's where those temperatures are headed, only into the lower 30s, so not too far off from where they are right now. Hovering around the freezing mark means that this is going to be a wetter snowfall. We could end up seeing a little bit of mixing, but for the vast majority of us, I do think it's going to be staying as snow, just a good packing snow, very heavy snowfall out of all of this. That lasts with us throughout much of the day with breezy winds still, and that blows the snow around, reducing visibility. Winter weather advisories all up and down the lakeshore, extending into Lake Newaygo and Kent counties, so a bit further inland in some spots at very least. This lasts until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So right now, the snow is certainly still falling, largely around the Grand Rapids area and east of US 131. It looks like especially around I-94, things aren't looking so bad at this time, but more snow is on the way. A lot of that snowfall that's still filled in through much of Oceana, Muskegon, down into Ottawa counties, and more on the way. A lot of that situated over Lake Michigan for the time being. This will move on in, and then we have lake effect that develops into the afternoon. A lot of the system snow starts to move out by about 3 o'clock. The rest of today, though, we still do end up seeing some snow chances. That lake effect developing along westerly winds, and this continues into this evening before starting to wrap up overnight, but then we do see increased chances for more lake effect to set up into the overnight hours. Early Saturday morning, we are looking at a band to be situated right over Muskegon County. Look how dark this blue is too, anticipating some pretty high totals out of that, but it would be very localized. Extending into tomorrow morning and still a couple more snow chances that are fairly scattered throughout our Saturday, but then still increased snow chances once again into Sunday. So let's talk totals. About an inch still between now and when that system finally moves out. So when all is said and done, about 1 to 3 inches of system snow, but some areas could get more than that. By the time we hit the end of today, some of those spots that are getting closer to the 2 to 3 inch mark and some areas that could really start to pick up overnight with those totals, especially in that spot where we're expecting that band to move through, that heaviest band through Muskegon County into southern Newaygo County. In that area specifically, I am thinking that close to 3 to 6 inches is possible, maybe even a little bit more than that. That does look to be a possibility overnight and into tomorrow. Now, by the time we hit Saturday morning, some areas could even be exceeding that 6-inch mark. This will be lasting with us throughout much of our Saturday too, just about an inch or so of accumulation with a little bit more lake effect on the way. Still not done though, even into Saturday night. More snow on the way lasting into early Sunday morning. Sunday brings a few more scattered lake effect chances. Throughout the morning hours, I would say another 3 to 4 inches does look possible by the time that we get to that point. After that, another system rolls through Sunday evening into Sunday night, lasting with us into the beginning of this next work week with additional snow chances even into Tuesday. The point here is that pretty much every day over the next week or so is going to be seeing at least some chance for a little bit of snowfall, a few inches of accumulation here and there, but still, as it adds up, it's likely going to be above a foot of snow on the ground by the time we hit this point next week. What I do want to point out, though, is that it's all not falling at once, so as long as you're picking away at it, shoveling each day, and keeping on top of that snow removal, it shouldn't be too much of an issue in terms of snow removal as we're getting through this next week or so. I will say that if you're going to be heading out shoveling, snow blowing, you want to make sure to be bundled up. Temperatures are likely to be feeling like the single digits, but look at Monday there especially. -15, and that would be during the daytime hours, so we're talking about that for our wind chill. That's why we've issued another 13 weather impact alert Sunday through Tuesday morning, Sunday night through Tuesday morning, that is. Cold air mass and Arctic air mass moving in with the coldest air making its way towards us Monday night into Tuesday morning. Bitterly cold temperatures with some really low wind chills and dangerous cold. We're also going to be experiencing lake effect snow during that time. Bit of mixing possible further south, but still I do expect that to mostly be a wetter snowfall. Temps all across the region likely to be right around freezing and then slightly above it for some areas as well.
Okay, yeah, a whole lot to to soak in right there, Amber, but just that bitter cold is something we definitely want to make folks aware about. Because that dangerous cold, for folks, especially out and about and our homeless population, they need to know what's ahead.
Absolutely. There is a lot to talk about. We'll have a look at your 7-day forecast a little bit later on in the show, too.